I was 14. My friend knew this guy and who knew this guy, and we ended up going there and it was a bit weird. Everyone was smoking and I think the girlfriend was drinking and he had loads of animals in the house and it was just like, oh. He was like, I'm sterilising the needles, but we couldn't see him sterilising the needles or anything. So when I think about it now, so it's actually quite boring. I could have picked up anything from that. It was all a bit dodgy, really. So I came in today, really, to have a tattoo covered up that I shouldn't have even had done in the first place, and just to change something not particularly lovely into something a lot nicer. People do say to me, like, oh, what is that? And it's like, oh, yeah, you can see it's a bone. Like, yeah, but why is it that bad?
It's very challenging when people come in with bad work. But I think if you can't do a cover-up that looks better than the original, then you can't tattoo. This design is abstract. It's based on Japanese origami. And I thought it would be a cool idea to incorporate that into a tattoo. The effect's supposed to look like it's painted on skin.
Yeah, coming up to my 14th birthday, I brought it to my mum and I was saying to her, for my 14th birthday present, I really want to go get my belly pierced. And then she was like, no, we were having a massive argument. And then she was like, yeah, I'd rather you go and get a bloody tattoo than have your belly pierced. And I was just like, okay, so I'll go and have a tattoo then. She's like, oh, sorry, I was just like joking. I was like, no, you just said I can have a tattoo, so I'm allowed to have a tattoo now, and that was it. And I think just to save herself another argument, she agreed to it and like gave me the money for my crap tattoo. I know so many people that have had them done in people's houses, obviously myself included, and I can't say one of them is half decent. I really can't.
Ooh, I love it. It's completely different. This is the coolest part of my job, where I get to just choose randomly where I put the color. Nothing is pre-planned really. We've got a sketch to go by, but there's no rules.
I just get a feeling at some point like, oh, I really need a tattoo now. It's been a bit of a while. Kind of like your monthly trip to the dentist or something for me now. It's kind of something that I just do. I've got quite a bit of a collection of tattoos now and they're at quite a high standard, and the better they look, the worse this one looks.
Working with cover-ups is pretty amazing because, you know, the customer is so happy after. It's like a metamorphosis of a larva into a butterfly. It's like a brand new tattoo, brand new joy, brand new part to their life.
I couldn't be more pleased, really. It's turned something ugly into something really beautiful, so I can't ask for much more than that. I moved to London when I was like 21 and I really wanted to get in the studio. And I thought, you know, if I want to get a job there in the future, I need to be tattooed. So I was just desperate for any ink. So any standard, anywhere. Me and an ex-partner had way too many drinks. So we were like, oh, you know, let's do a tattoo, it's gonna be awesome. And actually my lines were better than his, even though he was professional, because he was just like legless, you know. Instead of a nice flower that was supposed to be a rose, it ended up looking like a cabbage.
I think when you start, you just get excited about it and you get tattooed with whoever is there and whoever offers to tattoo you. So unfortunately, a lot of tattoo artists got really, really bad tattoos on themselves.
I think I just wanted to kind of fit in and be part of the tattoo crowd in the beginning when I was a kid, which now I'm regretting and wishing I had more thought about it. And my legs became like a mismatch of like just messy apprentice tattoos. Today I'm getting it covered, hopefully to something much better. She's done a beautiful bird with lots of like magenta colours and pinks, and also some flowers in the background. Before I did my tattoo apprenticeship, I wanted to get more confident. So I started to tattoo my thighs myself. So I have some ridiculously terrible fails, you know. When I was practicing dot work, I did my first dot work piece on my knee, which was like super painful. So every time I was tattooing, I was like flinching, you know. So yeah, that was pretty dodgy. I had a friend of mine do a tattoo of a giraffe on me, which is quite funny. It was kind of for my mum because she likes giraffes. She hates tattoos. So she, of course, was kind of complimented, I guess, but she couldn't say she hated it, but I don't think she She loved it.
Flowers and birds are pretty good for cover-ups because you can always work with the feathers and you can always twist bird's body and the wings, so it kind of looks like it's still kind of delicate. There is a nice composition to it.
It's my first cover-up actually, because I never really went down that road. I kind of was like, I'm gonna stay with the old ones. I think it's something I will continue to do. It's bigger than I anticipated, but I love it, so it's nice to have it as big as possible, I guess. But I feel for me it's a new chapter in taking it a bit more seriously. I feel that every time I get a tattoo now, I think about it a lot more. It's nice to have some nice artwork as opposed to summer coming and having trashy tattoos.
Anything I could ask for in a partner, I had. She essentially gave me everything. Most beautiful girlfriend in the world, generous, kind, caring, and I gave her nothing. I've got the words everything and nothing tattooed on my ribs, and this was a tattoo I had done around 5-6 years ago. It was a memento to my ex-girlfriend, and it looks terrible. You know when you step on a bug and then you wipe your foot on the floor and you get that big dead squashed bug mark? That's what it looked like. The new tattoo is a compass and an anchor. Eve actually had the idea to put that on top.
Based on the shape and the darkness of the old cover-up, you sort of forming an idea. Bobby's tattoo looked like an anchor straight away to me. It was something that came to my head, and you know, and it was perfect as well because of the meaning behind it.
It represents the ability to move on, to change direction, and to set your anchor down in a new location. I trust Eve enough to be able to say to her, look, put whatever you want on my body. You know, it's her art on my body. It's an incredible bond there as well.
Bobby and I share a common love for comic books. Anything goes, Marvel and DC. I think Bobby loves Marvel a little bit more.
I've grown up a huge Marvel fan. My leg sleeve consists of a lot of references to Marvel comic books. My arm consists of Transformers. Like my cupboards at home have got Transformer toys all over them. So why not my body? You get a lot of people as well saying to me, so aren't you going to regret that? Not really, I'm 30 years old and I've been a Transformers fan pretty much since I was born. The original tattoo was a sort of penance for how I behaved during a relationship. I never actually told her what it meant. She often asked. Maybe I should have told her, I probably should have. Yeah, I'm quite introverted when it comes to my feelings and my emotions. I don't like to put too much out there. So yeah, tattoo's quite therapeutic. It's kind of like self-counselling. Put it on my body instead. And it makes me feel good. The new tattoo, I love it. It's incredible. And I think mentally and spiritually that's what I need to do now. Move on, change direction, and possibly put my anchor down somewhere else.